This learning is Le'ili Nishmas Broya Bas Chananya, Maseches Brachos, Perek Vav, Mishnayos. As a general introduction to this Mishnah, the Mishnah talks about 3 different times by a meal. There is before the meal, meaning before the person washes for the meal. Then there's the meal when the person's eating the bread, and then there's after the meal when the person is done with the eating of the bread, but it's still before Birchas Hamazon. So, Berech ala yayin shelofnei hamazon, if a person made a bracha on the wine before the meal, before they washed for the meal, so pater asa yayin shela'achar hamazon, they exempt the wine that comes after the meal, before the Birchas Hamazon, they exempt that wine from a bracha. Berech ala parperes shelofnei hamazon, if a person made a bracha on the parperes that comes before the meal, before they washed for the meal, and we're going to call the parperes a sweet type of mezainis. So if a person made a bracha on the parperes, the sweet mezainis before the meal, pater esa parperes shala'achar hamazon, they exempt the sweet mezainis that comes after the meal from having to make a bracha on it. Beirach ala pas, if a person made a bracha on the bread, pater esa parperes, they exempt the sweet mezainis from a bracha. Al ha-parperes, if a person made a bracha on the sweet mezainis, loy pater esa pas, they do not exempt the bread from having to make a bracha on it. Beishamai say, Afloi maisak teira. They hold that not only doesn't the bracha of mezainis on the sweet mezainis exempt the bread, it also doesn't exempt a dish that's made from grains. And a person has to make another bracha mezainis on that dish. And the reason is because the sweet mezainis is not as prominent as a dish that's made out of grains. We're talking about a dish like a porridge, which is made out of grains, and therefore a person will have to make another bracha mezainis on this dish.